as a moisturizer after you've like done your skincare routine and everything, so it can be used as both. I like to use it as a primer. So there's that. I have a couple of e.l.f. products that I use. Okay, I don't know if I should put my hair up or not. I feel like it might be easier, so good thing I have a hair dye right here. That is pitiful, but it's fine. So starting with my foundation, this is the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. So naturally it's going to leave a satin finish. And all of e.l.f.'s products are vegan and cruelty free, so that's why I like them, and they're not like crazy expensive either. So I just take a little bit on my finger like that, and I kind of just put it all over my face. I'm really hoping that I'm not awkward throughout this video. I typically don't do these types of videos for, you know, personal reasons, but I just kind of put it all over my face like that, and then I'm just gonna take this e.l.f. sponge that I've had forever and just kind of blend it, blend it all out. So relaxing, so relaxing. I don't typically do these kinds of videos because people are always saying stuff like, oh, you don't need to wear makeup, you look better without makeup, and to me, that is not a compliment. Like, I'm sure it's coming from like a good place, like obviously it is, but that's like if you said, I love wearing blue shirts, and I'm like, but you look better in red shirts, so now it's like you don't want to wear a blue shirt anymore because I said you look better in red. As far as like a makeup routine goes, you know, I may not do it the way that most people do, but that's because like I guess I learned a little bit later than everybody else. Like in middle school when everybody was wearing makeup, you know, and by high school everybody kind of knew how to do it, not me. Like, no joke, I went all 4 years of high school without wearing makeup, and I wore makeup like 3 times, and 2 out of the 3 times that I wore makeup, it was done professionally. I went to junior prom and senior prom with my makeup done professionally, and then one time in like my junior year, I put on makeup because me and my mom went to Sephora, and I was so excited because that was like the first time I went and bought makeup products. I'm running out of concealer, but I really didn't know like chat about makeup, not even joking. So I was a little late when it came to like makeup and stuff, and I wasn't really into it in high school. Like, I didn't care. When I look back on my pictures on Instagram from high school, I'm like, I cannot believe I went 4 years without putting on any makeup. I really can't believe it sometimes, but I didn't really care to back then. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. What shade is this? This is the shade 35. I get concealer that's just a little bit lighter than me. And my foundation was in the shade Caramel, just like for reference. The ring light is making this look so weird. But to me, saying stuff like that is just not constructive. It's really not. It's not really helpful either, because people wear makeup for different reasons. Some people just like me, I just like the process of putting it on for the most part. Okay, so rose comments don't really do anything for anybody, but other people like to do like super cool things with makeup and like the special effects and like crazy eyeshadow colors and stuff like that. Like, you don't tell someone they look better without makeup. Like, it's certain things you just don't say to people. I'm just going to blend that out. Now it is time for the loose setting powder, and this setting powder is from Black Radiance. This is the banana. Where is that from? Banana. I can't remember, but this is the banana loose setting powder, and I just do a little bit under my eyes and on my chin, really everywhere I applied the concealer. So, ta-da! What if I just did a video just like this and just left it? What would you guys say? So I kind of just let that bake for a second. So then after that, I just kind of like to fix up my brows, because that's usually the next step for me. I don't know like what order you guys like to do it in, but I like to do foundation, concealer, loose setting powder, and then brows. I've seen people do their brows first. I tried that method. Didn't work out for me. I didn't like the way it turned out. Okay, so now I'm going to take this Eco Tools brush and just kind of wipe the excess powder off. Brush. And I kind of just wipe. And you know what's crazy? When I started to like really experiment with makeup, I never watched any makeup tutorials. Like, I just took what I knew from like watching my friends put on makeup or seeing girls at school like fix their makeup, and I was kind of just like, okay, this is what you do, you know. And I came a long way. Obviously now, like, I'll watch a makeup tutorial every now and then, and I'm like, oh, that's actually really smart. But I pretty much stick to the same routine. So yeah, it doesn't really look that much different than when I had just foundation on, but now it's a little bit better. I forgot to say, I also do a little bit of bronzer on my forehead. I'm not even going to show you the palette I use because I've had it for almost 2 years. What is this? This is the Profusion palette. I don't even know if they make this specific palette anymore, but it's got a bunch of highlights in it, and then it's got a little shade contour. So I just put a little bit on my forehead, like that. And then on my cheeks. And on this cheek too. Not a whole lot, but just like a little bit. Okay, now getting on to the brows. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I like this because it's got the little eyebrow brush and then a pencil at the end. So I don't really do much for my eyebrows. I kind of just draw out the shape that I want and then just fill them in that way. I can't do the, sorry, I have to look at myself, but I can't do the other way. Most people do their brows with like the concealer and everything. I can't do that. So I just try and like maintain my brows, and then I just fill them in. Like I said, nothing special at all. I'm gonna do this one. I was talking the other look totally crazy. But I might fast forward a little bit just because I concentrate a bit more on my eyebrows just to make sure that they're even, or at least like close to even. So I might fast forward in a second. I can't tell if that's relaxing or not. But this is the 𝒆𝒏 clear brow and lash mascara. I don't really use the lash part, like I don't really put it on my lashes. I mainly just use it for the brow. But I was watching The Bachelorette, right, and I was just like, I have never seen such a dramatic TV show franchise, like so dramatic. Every episode someone's crying, but like I can't stop watching it. Every Tuesday I'm right there, I'm like, what's gonna happen this time? Who's gonna get a rose? So now that that's done, I'm going to move on to blush. This is the 𝒉𝒐𝒑𝒆 blush. This is actually a sample, and I feel like this is huge for a sample. I've had this for a really long time, like it's lasted me forever. And I got this brush from my mom, and I kind of just like go like upward almost, like I used to put it like right on here, but now I kind of like go almost under my eye, but right under it, and then just kind of make it go upward so it's still like on my cheek, you know. But I watched somewhere or read somewhere that it makes your cheekbones look higher. I forgot where I heard that, but I like the way it looks, honestly. And I don't remember if I said this already in like the other one that I did, because I only think I've done a video like this once or twice before. But yeah, I came across a video once of Miley Cyrus doing her makeup, and she was saying how she smiles when she puts on blush. So ever since I saw that, I just kind of like smile and I put on the blush. And of course I do a little bit on my nose. So if I wanted to just tone it down a little bit, I am just gonna lightly pat my face. So it's not like super harsh, but you can't even really tell. Like I like it to be really subtle. I like the blush color to be really subtle. is it weird if I don't put mascara on my bottom lashes? Even after all these years, as much as I've learned about makeup, I don't do it. I don't know why. My bottom lashes are growing a little bit more too, but like sometimes I will, but a lot of the times I'm just like, why? Because even now it doesn't really look like I have on a bunch of mascara, but you know, it's natural and I kind of like it. So I just don't bother putting a whole bunch on my bottom lashes, but that's really it for my makeup look. I just kind of finish it off with this Milani setting spray. This is the Make It Last setting spray by Milani. It looks so gross, I'm sorry, but it has 16-hour wear and I really like it, especially if you like that like dewy satin kind of finish. So that's really it for my makeup look. Very like subtle, not anything super special. Whenever I put on makeup, it's